Hello everyone, so today again I have shown up with another video which is on a poem by John Donne, A Valediction of My Name in the Window. Valediction means a farewell speech. Here in this poem you see John Donne, that is the poet, is going somewhere on a journey, and before he leaves he says a poem or a few words which has been incorporated in the poem given here. And this complete poem is his message to his beloved before he departs for his journey. In total, there are 11 stanzas of 6 lines each. Here we will be covering this complete poem in 2 parts. Okay, first I will be covering 5 stanzas and then 6 stanzas in another part. Let's start with an introduction. Here in this poem, John Donne, that is the poet, is leaving for some journey. There is nowhere mentioned where he is going, but he is for sure going somewhere on a journey. And before he leaves, he writes his name on a window glass for his beloved, so that in his absence, that name can act as his lively presence and his memory for his beloved. Now let's begin with paragraph 1. See, here he says, "My name engraved herein doth contribute my firmness to this glass, which ever since that charm hath been as hard as that which graved it was. Thine eye will give it price enough to mock the diamonds of either rock." He says, I have written this name on this glass. Herein means the glass of the window. He is referring to the glass of window here. My name engraved herein, that is the name which I have written here on this glass, doth contribute my firmness to this glass. Is contributing my firmness means my presence to this glass and ultimately to you, because this glass is in your house. So the poet is saying that I have written this name here so as to contribute my firmness, that is my presence, to this glass, that is ultimately to you. Which ever since that charm had been as hard as that which graved it was. Now in the next 2 lines he says that ever since I have written this name means since the time I have written this name, the charm or magic of my name has made the glass as hard as the object which I used to grave the name, that is to write the name. Actually, the poet has used his diamond ring to scratch the name over the window glass. He has used the diamond of his ring. By the way, nowhere in the poem it is mentioned that he used the diamond of his ring, but then back in 17th century, that is in 1600s, it is quite obvious for people to assume that the object or tool used to write the name is the diamond of his ring. Because back then in 17th century it was a culture or tradition among elite people when they used to live their dear ones. So as a memory they used to carve or write their name on the glass of window. They could be writing some name or a short messages as well, so as to give their memory to their dear ones. Now coming back to the line, he says that ever since I have written this name on this window glass, the glass has become stronger. And it has become as hard as the object or tool which I used to write the name. That is, the glass of the window has become as hard as the diamond of my ring. Here in these 2 lines, somewhere he is trying to show the significance or importance of his name, like how precious my name is, that by just writing on the window glass, the glass has become stronger and as hard as the diamond. Thine eye will give it price enough to mock the diamonds of either rock. So far he was telling that the worth of the glass or the glass itself has become equal to the diamond of his ring by just having his name written over it. But in the last 2 lines he says the significance, the importance of his beloved's sight. He says that although my name is precious, but its value will be paid off only after you look at it with affection. Thine eye, your eyes, will give it price enough. It will be worth of writing here only if your eyes will look at it with affection, love, and then to mock the diamonds of either rock. And then it can be, it can be considered above all the diamonds of the world. Here he says, after you will look at my name with affection and love, the name itself will become precious enough to mock the diamond of any mine in the world. Then the diamond of any mine in the world will stand nowhere in front of this name, because your sight will make it more precious, more valuable. Now coming to paragraph second, he says, it's much that glass should be as all confessing and through shine as I. It's more that it shows thee to thee and clear reflects thee to thine eye. But all such rules love's magic can undo. Here you see me and I am you. See, it's much means it's a surprising way of saying something. Okay, especially in Old English. It's much, it is surprising that glass should be as all confessing and through shine as I. It's surprising that glass is resembling my characteristic. It is all confessing because it is transparent. You can see throughout it. And it reflects also. So it is very surprising how glass resembles my qualities to you, how glass is so transparent as I am, as I have hidden nothing from you, I am an open book for you. Similarly, glass is like me. So it is very surprising to see that glass reflects my qualities. It is more that it shows thee to thee and clear reflects thee to thine eye. But all such rules love's magic can undo. Here you see me and I am you. Okay, so first he said it is surprising how glass shows my characteristics. And then he says, but it is more surprising how glass reflects your own reflection. Okay, how glass shows thee to thee, how glass shows you to you, and clearly reflects you to your life, your eyes. But love's magic undo all such rules, because when you are in love, imaginary things happens with you, and that's what he is trying to say. It's more surprising that when you are in love, every science rule doesn't work, and love magic remove all scientific rules. Like how? In the next line he answers, here you see me and I am you. Like when the beloved of poet tries to see her own reflection in the glass, instead of hers, he finds the poet's reflection. Because although in love, although according to science, she is expected to see her own appearance in the glass of the window, but as she is in love, she doesn't see her appearance, but she get to see the appearance of poet. So when you are in love, it is said that two persons then become one entity, and they live or reside in each other's heart. So when the poet's beloved try to see her own reflection, she get to see the reflection of her heart, that is the poet who resides in her. Coming to the paragraph third, as no one point nor dash, which are but accessories to this name, as you know, when you write a name, it is made up of a lot of dot. So the name that was written by the poet on the glass window, on the glass of the window, is also made up of dots. Okay, so he is saying all the points, okay, or dash, or which makes up my name, okay, which are accessories of my name, because all those dots complete my name. So he is saying that no any single dot or dash of my name can be removed by any showers and tempests. Tempest means storms. So he is saying, as no one point nor dash, which are but accessories to this name, which completes my name. The showers and tempest can outwash, as no any rain, no any tempest can outwash, can remove any point or any dash from this name, so shall all times find me the same. Similarly, nothing in life can change me and my love for you. Here he is trying to tell that his love for his beloved is eternal and timeless. Okay, nothing can, no any circumstances can change him. All times find me the same, that is, no matter what the time is, he will be the same person for his beloved. Okay, he says that as no any shower and tempest can outwash, can remove even a single dot from this name, similarly, nothing in life, no any problem in life can change me and my love for you. You this entireness better may fulfill, who have the pattern with you still. Now see what he says. He is saying that you this entireness means the union of the two lovers, okay, and the union of the poet and his beloved. He says, and the pattern means here the name which the poet has written. Okay, so he's saying that, you know, only you can better fulfill our union. How can she do so? Or how can she do so? Um, because she have the pattern, that is the name of the poet, and that name will be acting as the lively presence of the poet in his absence. So if the beloved will look at that name with affection and love and consider it as the poet's lively presence, then their union, okay, will be fulfilled, because she has that pattern, that name, and only if she looks at that name with affection and love and consider it as the poet's present, then this entireness, this union may better be fulfilled, because she has that name written on that window. Coming to the fourth paragraph, here he says, or if too hard and deep this learning be for a scratched name to teach, as a given death's hat keep, lovers' mortality to preach, think this wrecked bonny name to be my ruinous anatomy. And if whatsoever I have said so far to you is very hard to understand for you, and if for a scratched name, if the name I have written here is unable to teach you, or unable to teach you whatsoever I have said so far, or is unable to make you feel my presence, then consider it as a mortal body, that is, consider it as a dead body, as a given death's had keep, then consider this written name as a skull, okay, skull, lovers mortality to preach. So back then in 17th century there was also a tradition of gifting skull, which means that skull was a kind of reminder that life is too short and live it to the fullest. That's why people used to gift it to each other. People used to gift it to each other because of this reason, so as to give a message that life is too short and live it to the fullest. So that is what he is trying to say, that if you're unable to consider this name as my lively presence, and if my name fails to teach you all these things, then consider this as a dead body or a dead skull, and think that your lover is trying to preach or teach you about mortality. That is, then think that your lover is trying to teach you that the life is too short and live it to the fullest. Think this wrecked bonny name to be my ruinous anatomy. Wrecked means something which is untidy. Then consider this bonny name. Bonny means something made up of bones. Then consider this bonny name, that is, name made up of bones. You will understand this paragraph more better in the light of paragraph 5th. So he says that consider this name then as my ruinous anatomy. Ruinous means something dead. So then consider it as my skeleton, dead body. Think this as a bones, okay, of my body. Wrecked bonny name to be my ruinous anatomy. Think this wrecked bonny name to be my ruinous anatomy. Then consider this bonny name, that is, name made up of bones, as my dead body. Now, in the light of paragraph 5th, you will better understand what he was saying in paragraph 4th. Then, as all my souls be emperadized in you, in whom alone I understand. He is saying that he is leaving his beloved, and leaving her feels like leaving his soul behind. So, see what he says here. He is saying that because he has left his soul behind to his beloved, and his beloved is like a paradise for him. And why she is a paradise for him? Because in whom alone I understand and grow. Because only with her he feel being understood, grown, and heard. So he feels as if he has emparadized his soul inside the heart of his beloved, because he has left his soul behind with his beloved. Because that is the only place where he feels being understood. And see, and listen. The rafters of my body, bone, being still with you, the muscle, sinew, and vein which tile this house will come again. Now, see what he is saying. He is saying, rafters here means support. Okay. By the way, what rafters means? Raftar is a wooden structure which supports the beam of the house. So here, rafters means support. Okay. The support of my body, which is bone, being still with you. Okay, so he is saying that my bones, which is the support of my body, as we just studied in paragraph 4th, what he said is that he wants his beloved to consider his written name as the bones of his body. Okay, because he just said, think this wrecked bony name to be my ruinous anatomy. He consider this as bony name made up of bones as my dead skeleton. Okay, so now he is telling you what he meant here. He is saying the rafters, that is the support of my body, which is bone, is here with you. In literal sense, there is no such bone there. Okay, literally there is no bone, but here by bone he means his name. And he has just said in paragraph 4th that if you are unable to consider it as my lively presence, then consider it as my bones, which I am leaving behind for you. Okay, the rafters of my body, the support of my body, bone, being still with you. Okay, so literally he cannot leave his bones behind, but he has written his name, which he wants her to consider as his bones. And why is he saying so? I tell you that because he thinks that leaving his beloved behind for him is a very difficult thing to do. And at this situation he is feeling like he is leaving a part of his body behind, because his mind will not be properly at things which he will be doing. A part of his body is surely going to be left behind with his beloved, because he loves her the most. So the rafters, that is the support of my body, which is bone, being still with you. Okay, it is going to be with you. But the muscle, sinew, and vein which tile this house, because the bones are covered with muscle, sinew, and veins. So he is saying, but I'm carrying away my muscle, sinew, and veins with me, which will tile, which will cover this house. This house here refers to the bones. Okay, will come again. So here he says that, okay, I'm leaving my bones behind there with you, but the muscle, sinew, and veins which I am carrying away with me will come back and cover this house of bones. So basically he means that surely I will come back and reconstruct this house, that is this body, and the part of my heart which is I'm leaving behind, the part of my body which I'm leaving behind, will be reconstructed again after I come back. And this, he said so because he just wanted to convey that leaving you, my beloved, feels like leaving a part of my body behind. So that's all for today. I hope you understood the poem very well. And before I end, I would like to tell you that as I told you in the beginning, that the poem is made up of 11 stanzas, each of 6 lines. The rhyme of the poem is A B A B C C, and the rhythm is iambic tetrameter. It's a dramatic monologue because you see the poet is the only speaker addressing to his silent beloved, and it's a love poem, valediction poem. So ultimately, it's a goodbye poem. One more important thing is that this poem was published in 1633, and it appeared as part of his posthumous poetry collection, which was titled as Songs and Sonnets. So Songs and Sonnets was his poetry collection, in which this poem was one among the others, and was published in 1633. That's all. If you like the video, please like it and subscribe the channel. And if you have any doubts, let me know in the comment section.